How about, so many people think that aphasia is rare and it only happens because of a stroke. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? Is that accurate?
It's associated with the stroke. So let's start with that piece of it. So stroke is the most common cause of aphasia, the most common source of aphasia, because if we think about what strokes are changes in blood flow in the brain, and the brain is where our language lives. But any injury that happens to the brain can also cause a stroke. So there are people who have had can cause aphasia. There are people who've had aphasia from the Congresswoman Gabby Giffords is a great example. She has aphasia, and that was from a gunshot wound. There are people who've had brain tumors who have aphasia, or who have a traumatic injury to the brain that have aphasia. And then this primary progressive aphasia tends to come from those degenerative or slowly changing processes in the brain that sort of follow the same path as something like dementia. Your other point was about whether aphasia is rare. We wish it was, but it's not. There are about 180,000 people a year in the US who acquire aphasia. So that makes about 2 million people walking around with it. That's a pretty high number. There are more people with aphasia than people with Parkinson's, but we just aren't as familiar with what aphasia is.